So in the construction is this term called um, a feast or famine, and it's always feast or famine. And oh my god, like last 3 months, it was horrible. I was like, last month was 90% down, like year over year, like my worst. My sales were down 90 fucking percent. The months before, the 2 months before, down to 70%. And then this month, like starting like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, now I'm at like going on record to do one of my best months year over year, with it's like back to my regular on average growth. But holy hell, like dude. And like right now it's fucking 8. And dude, I've been working now. I'm back to working like 10, 12-hour days, you know. And then I'm 2 weeks out right now. Everyone's calling. Everyone's like, hey, when can you come and do this? I'm like, dude, where the fuck was this work 2-3 months ago? Like, I almost went bankrupt. Like, fuck. You know, like I told you, like, especially with this truck, like, I was considering selling this truck. I was like, well, that truck is just sitting there. It's been sitting there for like 3 fucking months. Like, and I'm like, like I said, one of the biggest things that people don't realize, and that's why a lot of people are like, oh, let's go buy a brand new truck to start your business. I knew this was gonna happen. Like, I even made a video. I was like, oh, dude, diesel's like $7. This is gonna hurt like a motherfucker, and it did. Like I said, this motherfucker, it's still $6.30 a gallon to fill to fucking put diesel in this bitch. So, you know, there's a reason it wasn't moving, because if it wasn't producing money, then there's no reason I would be driving this truck. And I was considering selling it. I was like, dude, that truck has been sitting there, diesel's still high. But it's crazy how fast, literally the term, it's either feast or famine in construction. And right now I'm like trying to keep up. I'm gonna work like 6-7 days a week out of the week. Like, it's never gonna fucking end. And it's just crazy to me, because it literally was like, and I always say, like, you got to have, if you can survive 3 months, and I said this too, the people that survive those 3 months are gonna come on top. Because a lot of people, one of the biggest advantages I have is my age. I'm fucking 29 years old. I've been plumbing since I'm 18. I've been plumbing 11 years. But other people are just straight up getting out of the game. They're like, fuck this, dude. If you look at the average plumber, they don't have the skills I do, because it takes years to develop these skills. You just can't replace my skills like right away. So you always got that on demand. Like I said, right now I'm like 2 to 3 weeks out. I gotta write like 4 more quotes. I'm fucking slammed. I'm like, god damn it. It always happens. It always fucking happens. And this is how I was like 3 months ago. That's where I was like, hell yeah, everything's going good. And then it's crazy, because then you get that steep decline of like nothing. And it's like, you just fucking around for 3 months, basically. And this is kind of why a reason I wouldn't do service calls, because even with my workflow, I was always working 10-12 hour days. So it was almost impossible to do service calls. And that's the only thing that saved me those 3 months, was doing service. I was like doing little stuff here and there. But right now, for me to do service, it's almost impossible, because like I said, I got so many projects right now that I wish all the work would have happened like 2-3 months ago. But it's weird, because I tell people, like, it's the economy. It's when the economy crashes, everyone gets hurt. Like, there's everyone that has their local businesses that does, you know, that sells pizza, and then when no one has money, then no one goes and buys pizza. So he could have been doing like $40,000 in sales in pizzas, but then no one's buying pizzas. Now he still has to pay the rent. He still has to pay, like, keep employees that know how to make fucking pizza. You know, you got all this overhead, and that doesn't change. And that's one of those things that I think that kills a lot of people, is when they buy brand new fucking trucks. They're like, hell yeah, I'm doing good, and you know, but they don't really. I know the dip, so it's like, and there's a reason why I bought all these trucks. It was because there's capacity, and now I'm back to like almost at like 90% capacity, which is weird, because last month I was like down to 10% capacity. It was like fucking bad. And when you still have fixed costs, it almost destroys you because you're like, dude, I still got to pay insurance on this. Like, I still got to pay that. Like, it doesn't fucking end. And that's one thing you got to consider, that your fixed costs, the more you grow, your fixed costs grow even more. So it's one of those things where I heard people, it's like, you want to stay small for the long. If you stay small long enough, you're going to get big eventually. And it's like right now, like my prices are going up, and that's what I was debating. It's like, should I lower my prices? Even when I didn't have sales, my prices stayed the same. And now it's like, now I have to readjust everything to keep like 3 months of fucking, like, have $100,000 in the bank just for that to just be my zero. Like, people don't understand. Like, for me, I need to have 100,000 just for that to be my zero. And right now, that's all I gotta do. No more growing, just straight up like saving and profit. That's all this year.